you.
I feel like it's one of those things that is just un unreasonable. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just you can't explain. Every adult knows that they can't adult, but when you try to explain it to another adult that you can't adult, the words are just not there.
There are also like I have friends who are genuinely good at it, and
Oh no.
and it's like they're on top of their shit. Their house is clean all the time, and I'm just like, you should see two neurodivergents coexisting in the same space, trying to keep anything to or any type of schedule because it just does not happen.
I moved to my new place, and my new place I have 3 roommates and they're all boys. This
Oh
place was a
no!
nightmare when I first got here.
Oh
Like
no!
I can't. I spent like
I
a week just like deep cleaning
oh.
everything.
So we're not dirty. We just leave shit everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
just like
just a
clutter
mess.
and yeah.
Clutter. Like there's nothing gross. Like you're not gonna step in something sticky or anything like that. But it's just you put something down and the ADHD makes you forget. You put it down and then
Yeah,
it's
that's a
just
whole nother thing too, right? If you've got like a thing.
yep, yep. Ugh.
I really wish I knew why chat wasn't showing up.
I just have it pulled over to the side.
Well, I've got it for me. I just don't have it for the outside of the stream, which is
Yeah.
bizarre.
Hello.
Welcome back to Dumb Fekk Friday.
Don't make it better. Yay.
Dumb Fekk Friday.
Don't make it better. Yay.
Dumb Fekk Friday.
Don't make it better. Yay.
It's going to be fun.
Hmm. Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dumb Fact Friday. We are here. Melania is not here. She is still on her way to go, and I think she's gone from rescuing polar bears to then rescuing cats and is now hanging out with some lizards down in Florida. I'm not 100% sure. I can't keep track of where she actually is, but I mean, good luck. Today I have with me here Katie, and if you guys followed me over from when we did our Halloween Toyland one shot, 3 shot of D&D, it was her channel. So how are you?
Hello. I'm happy to be here. Also, that intro was very cool, and I didn't want to say anything over the intro, but I do want to say that intro is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am right now trying to get chat on, so it'll just be a brief moment. But do you mind telling like
Sure.
everybody where to find you, what you do, who you are a little bit? Because I'm sure a
Yeah.
majority of people aren't too familiar with you, and they should be.
Totally, totally. I'm Katie. I do a lot of shit. I have a Twitch channel where we do a lot of TTRPGs. We also play World of Warcraft and do some other like miscellaneous fun shit. For example, Jesse and Laura, who are up on the screen right now, came on the channel last week and we played the Newlywed Game, and it was lovely and incredibly not safe for work and lots of fun. And I also am a writer and a marketer and all the sort of creative shit that you can possibly want, except for design, because I have no visual talent. And you can find me on most social media at Mara, and then amateurish productions on Twitch, as well as on Twitter. Working on getting those Instagrams and TikToks and those sort of things set up. But right now, the only social media for the channel will be Twitter until
I
it
mean that
dies.
yeah, until it dies, until you figure out what the
Until
hell
it
like
dies.
where the next place is going to be for everybody, because I think everybody just doesn't know where they're going or what to do or where to take things, because I mean
I
I don't
know.
for sure. I
I
have
have
no
no fucking
idea.
idea. I have no fucking idea. I only have Instagram, which I don't use, but I will use if I have to use it. I don't want to learn a new platform because I'm very set in my ways, and the idea of expending any mental energy to learn something new sounds terrible.
That's fair.
Um,
I respect that.
but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm
It's
tired and I'm old and I'm busy. Okay.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, so that's what chat's gonna look like for now. It's super ugly, but
Perfect.
too bad. That's the way it's gonna be. I think I have too many streams set up, and because I have so many streams set up, I can't scroll through them to get the one that I need. So I'm sure it'll be fixed in a little while eventually. It's also super delayed, so oh well. By the way, you can feel free. I made a landing zone for people, so if you're looking for people, you can find them. I made like a whole separate area in the Discord for it. It's public, anybody can join it. If you want to get into like the nitty gritty of what we get up to, though, gotta become a member or Patreon. So we're gonna talk about Jesse and Laura in general because they're fantastic. But they
really
like
are.
have no chill about the shit that they get into on Twitter.
But also, poor Laura just gets like she somehow attracts the worst men. Like
Right?
the worst men. I don't understand it.
I don't know. It's one of those things that is just, I don't think she does it to herself. I think
She does.
just,
Oh, it's not her fault at all. I
Yeah.
think it's just the nature of being a woman with like a decent sized following on the internet.
Right. Like, so she's got her, she says something, and then that's it. She just said a thing. And it's nothing
Yep.
awful. It's nothing, she hasn't said anything like, oh my God, how could you
No.
say that? It's pretty, it's usually pretty like mundane.
And then the men come. Usually one man.
Then there's one asshole that shows up
Yeah.
and just ruins everybody's good time.
But what I do love about it is that Laura has so many people who love her and will back her to the ends of the earth that like the poor person, I mean, not poor person, they kind of asked for it, but like this person has no shot. This person has no shot of getting any sort of validation out of this conversation.
Like, what were you
17
thinking?
other people just show up and are
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you, my dude?
Yeah. It's definitely one of those situations where these guys come in swinging completely out of nowhere, unasked, unprovoked, and just
Yep.
decide to be like, nah, I'm gonna just be an idiot today and then get dunked on. And then she
Yep.
gets blamed, and it's like, why are these people white knighting for this girl? It's like, no, you're just stupid.
You're just an asshole.
So let's take a look here. This was the initial one, but we definitely have a couple of more to look at because there was one that just happened today.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so this was Jesse, and Jesse and Laura are married. They're married, right? From my
Mhm.
understanding. Okay.
Have been for a very long time.
I knew they were together, but I wasn't 100% sure if they'd actually
Yeah.
like done the whole marriage part of it.
They
or if
filed their taxes together for sure.
Listen, this was information that I needed to know. It's very important.
End of life care, all that stuff, insurance, it's all good.
Well, good for them. I'm glad they got it sorted.
Yeah.
Adulting.
Adulting, there we go.
So Jesse had said, me flirting. I find you attractive and would like to gauge your interest in pursuing a romantic relationship. Game is so tiresome to me. We're adults. You want to do stuff. Don't leave room for ambiguity. It's just better for everyone. Cards on the table. Let's go. Ask Laura. Right? Laura came in and said, lucky for you, I don't like game, and I don't trust it. Also, that I'm very dense and assume no one would be attracted to me, and a direct, blunt approach works best. So,
Innocuous.
right? Like, she's like, I mean, I personally don't like it. Doesn't mean it's bad.
Yep.
It comes off to me as, I like oranges. You mean you hate apples?
Yeah, it's exactly. It's also like a married couple engaging, agreeing with each other. That's all this is.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. He doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. I think he makes a really good point, though, too, about ambiguity in a relationship.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do the deed, all of that should probably be on the table ahead of time for the safety of everybody involved.
Also, anyone who actually says that they like have good game or calls it game, like that's a red flag to me. Sorry. Like
That's fair. That's
screams
fair.
pick up Artie and I'd
It's like when somebody comes in and says the females, and it's like, oh no, here
right,
we go.
you're like, oh, okay, all right.
I see where this
understand
is.
what we're working with here.
Yep. It turns into that real quick, and it's a big old yikes.
Yup.
So this guy, they're just here minding their own business, and this guy,
Doggo style.
right? You gotta know you've got to take doggo style seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
So he says, what game is just acting the way girls like. You wouldn't even be able to tell when someone who's good at it is doing it to you. Bruh.
Ugh. I genuinely don't have. It's just.
Should we cue the? Do we have the clip? Do you want to put the clip?
We can put the clip up. I feel
This
like
guy is unfucking believable.
Yeah. This guy. All right, so I'm noticing at least 3 things. What do you think?
3 things, as in like 3 things you want to comment on?
Like 3 things that are my like wrong, and wrong. Like here's my 3 triggers.
I mean, I genuinely, there is not one thing in this that isn't a trigger for me right now. So
it still only counts as one.
First. Yeah, one big old trigger.
All right. So what I'm seeing here is like what game is acting in a way girls like. So acting not the way you are, just acting the way you assume. There's number 2, assume the way somebody's going to want you to act. And then 3 is this whole last sentence. You wouldn't even be able to tell when someone who's good at it is doing it to you. And it's the doing it to you is that 3rd one for me.
And for me, it's like the whole premise is just flawed, right? Like,
right. Mm-hmm.
If you're putting on a show to get women to like you, you've already fucked up. Like, we're already in the wrong side of the interaction, just off the cuff.
Right.
Because I guess that there is an argument to be made that maybe game is a real thing if you want it to be, insofar as like you are good at interacting with person that you are interested in romantically. Maybe you could consider that game. But if you are trying to have it and you are doing specific things to like manipulate your partner into liking you, that's just a big old red flag for me.
Yeah, I feel like when you start the relationship off that way, that you're basically going out of your way to do something to somebody to make them think you're something they're not, and you're using it to have sex.
Yeah.
First off, you're lying to get sex, which is questionable at best. Rapey at worst.
Yep.
Second of all, do you not like yourself? Or do you just assume women won't like you?
I mean, I think there's a valid reason for this guy.
I mean, okay, yeah.
To assume we'll like him.
Present company notwithstanding.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like also, just gotta say, I clicked on this guy's profile and he responds to a lot of pickup artistry tweets. So it's like, okay, so when you're talking about game, you are literally talking about like negging and like using pickup lines. Like there was one specifically about like how to neg women into thinking that like they're not good enough for you and how they're more interested. And I'm like, that's manipulative. That's being a fucking asshole. Honestly, I don't think it would work 9 out of 10 times on any woman who has not been completely brainwashed by the patriarchy.
There's certainly a degree of big old questionable behavior, and to the point where at what point does it become predatory? So like when you specifically go into a bar and you scan around the room and you find a group of girls and you're like, that one's the ugliest, in my opinion, and you beeline for her, bro, no.
It's like also, and I know that obviously there's a difference between like guys who do this and like narcissists and like people who are like super like sort of manipulative, but like it gives me love bomby vibes. You know what I mean? Pretending to be someone else at the start of a relationship so you can like reel someone in, and then showing who you actually are like 3 months in, and then that person has just spent like the rest of the time that they're with you being like, well, where's this person that I met? Like, where's this person who I like decided that I wanted to pursue a relationship with?
Right. There's this whole other aspect.
It's like not exactly the same, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
There's this whole aspect from the other side too, where you just trauma dump everything about your life immediately the first time you meet somebody. It's
Right.
like, okay, hold on. There's like a happy middle ground, right? Where it's like you can be honest, but there is like social etiquette, right?
When my fiance and I went on our first date, we absolutely just spilled every possible thing that had ever happened to either of us in our entire lives. And it was totally fine and it worked well for us, but that's probably not for everyone.
It's one of those things where you've got like, hey, listen, if it's consensual between both people,
Yeah.
then you're good.
It was very much like, if you're going to date me, here are the things you need to know about like my PTSD and my trauma, and like I'm just gonna lay it all out for you, and if you want to continue, great, and if you don't, no harm, no foul. And we were both like, cool, I'm into it.
Yeah, hey, listen, you set those rules, you set that up, you set that expectation, no problems. My problem with this is that you've got this situation where only one person is consenting to the interaction the way that he's deciding to start the interaction, right? Now, if you've got girls that are doing, like, playing this game the same way and everybody's on board,
sure.
No harm, no foul, go for it. If that's what you're into, that's fine, but you have to confirm that everybody's on the same page first.
And also, he's coming in to say this to a woman who has explicitly stated that she does not consent to this kind of activity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you're already wrong. You're already wrong.
Right. And it's just like, oh, but you would like it, and you wouldn't even know if the guy was good enough at it. She's responding to her husband.
I know. And it's also like, you are making the assumption that you as a man know better than she does as a woman about what she likes and what she would and wouldn't be able to tell. Like, her intelligence is not high enough to be able to notice that someone is like putting this on her.
Right. And again, it's almost implying that Jesse did it to Laura.
Yes.
Which is kind
of... Jesse explicitly stated that he did not.
Oh, it's so bizarre. So she responds, you're a piece of shit. What are you negging? What are you negging her? Women don't exist to be attracted to you, you narcissistic ass. And he goes over to I don't know if you guys can see this very well. I might need to zoom it in a little bit. Okay, that's too much.
Oh.
So I don't know. Have you seen her very much?
I have seen her a little bit. I ended up following her after this because I was like, you deserve a follow. This is insane. But she's a bodybuilder, I think. And I think she's also a content creator, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so she does a whole lot of, let me just adjust this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Hold on one second. Here we go.
Also, what's very funny about this is before this had happened, my fiance had showed me a picture like that post being like, holy shit, she looks so good. So it's like, some men like it, just saying.
I mean, that's fair, right? Like, not everything is up to like this one guy's sensibilities.
Well, he thinks it is.
Well, of course he does. It's so here's the post. It says, a lot of people tell me they preferred my old body. It was softer, smaller, more delicate. I conformed more closely to what they thought a woman should be. Now I am strong and solid. I take up space. I am not quiet. I am hard and powerful. That's scary. I like being scary. And then there's a before and after picture. I've followed her for a little while. Her posts are fabulous. Her body is amazing. Like, she has put in so much work, right?
She's so attractive.
She's got her short hair now, too.
I know.
You ever wanted to see a Vi from League of Legends cosplay?
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. So this fucking guy comes in with his shit-ass opinion.
To most men and women. Oh, he knows what women like, too.
Who are you trying to scare? People who suck. Like, who's gonna be intimidated by this? People with large egos, and like people with large ego but like small ego at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's a great way to weed out shitty people as potential partners.
Right? Your demons? The ones that you told you were weak and frail? He's trying to psychoanalyze her.
Yes, yes, he is, because he knows better than all the women do.
About their own thoughts.
Yes, yes.
No offense. Thanks.
He said, "No offense, guys. It's okay. Everything's fine." He didn't mean any offense.
Well, clearly we're just over emotional and overblown about this. We're very upset, right? We're just so mad.
Oh yeah.
Can you
absolutely.
tell? No offense, I'm sure you're proud, but your body is unattractive to most men. He speaks for most men. Guys out there. This guy's speaking for you.
And women.
And women now. And you probably still couldn't take a man in a fight. I feel like this is the. Do you remember when there was a post that went around about Serena Williams, the Grand Slam winner, like 3 times in a row, the tennis player? And
yes,
they had asked men if they think they could score a point on her.
And they all said yes.
And like almost all of them said yes, and almost all of them said, like, there was a good portion, like not most of them, but there was like a good portion of them that thought they could still win.
God, men have such tiny big egos. Such tiny big egos.
Like, I can't with everything about this response. It's like, okay, not only is it unsolicited, like nobody asked for your opinion. And like, I get that it's posted on public, so he's within his right to respond. I'm just saying nobody asked and nobody cares. Yes, those are different things.
But it also makes a lot of assertions that are just wild and egotistical and wrong.
They just straight up left field, right?
Yup.
A lot of people tell me they preferred my own body or my old body. And so she's already acknowledged that a lot. Like, she gets told by people that they aren't interested in her, and she's like, good, fuck 'em. And then this guy's come in, but they don't like it though. And it's like,
she's like, I know, and I don't. A point.
Did you not read what she said?
I think at some point he goes on to say that he was trolling her, but he wasn't trolling Laura. I don't know where that's, but there's at some point he says that, and I'm like, you have a very sad, pathetic existence if this is how you spend your time on the interwebs. just telling women that their bodies are ugly.
Well, I mean, he can't do it in real life because I guess his negging doesn't work on the internet the same way as it works in a bar. And even in the bar, it's kind of questionable that it works at all.
If someone negged me in a bar, I would just look at them and walk. Like, there would be no interaction at all.
I think I would neg them back.
That's fair. That's fair. I like that.
I'm kind of an asshole, so I might just be like, just take it on the chin and just be like, oh yeah, really? Like, so what do you think I should do? Hold on, let me get a napkin. Let me write down your notes, and then waste a shitload of their time, and then all it says on the napkin is a really fancily written fuck you.
I feel like if I was gonna engage, I'd be like, how did you think this was gonna go? Like, walk me through the way that this interaction was supposed to end. I am genuinely curious.
If he's gonna, like, make me listen to all this, I demand that I have at least gotten a drink out of it.
Oh, for sure. Oh, that's fair. I might milk it for a drink.
Milk it for a drink. Definitely milk it for a drink. I approve.
Yeah. I'm always here for free drinks.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just extending this. Whoa, I gotta extend that a lot.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well,
and now we can't see you.
That's okay. Nobody wanted. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just go to there. That's good enough. Okay. So she's like, so Laura finds this guy's other post and just slams him back, being like, what are you, nagging her? Fuck off. And he comes back. What do you think taking a screenshot about what I said is doing? It's making you look like an asshole.
I wrote it. I know what it says. I see I'm talking to someone with the IQ of a bologna sandwich. One bologna sandwich.
With or
Just
without
save
mustard?
it. Ooh, that's a good question. Maybe with a little. Honestly, I don't think I've ever bologna. Like genuinely. Like I'm thinking about it and I'm like, how do I like my bologna sandwiches? If I'm gonna have a sandwich, I'm gonna get like a really good deli meat. I'm not gonna eat bologna.
I like, if I buy bologna, I just eat bologna. I don't even bother putting it on a sandwich.
That's fair.
And then you fold it and you make a little face.
Honestly, that doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad at all.
I see I'm talking to someone with the IQ of a bologna sandwich here. Just save it, sweet cheeks. But he didn't spell sweet cheeks right.
Nope, he didn't.
Sweet chicks.
Sweet chicks. Oh
Hi, you can't. Okay, so here's the thing. You can't call somebody low IQ and then write it wrong.
It's just
as somebody
so
who's
good.
done it.
I wish I'd written it myself because it's just so perfect.
Right?
Like low IQ. Also, I can't spell. Basic word.
I just don't. I don't get it. She's calling him out for being an asshole and saying, "What are you nagging here?" Because he's bragging about his own game, right?
Yeah.
He's implying that he's good at it, right? Now he might not be saying the one that. Right. So she fires back and is like, "You suck at this. What are you trying to nag her?" And he's just like, "What do you think this is saying? I'm asking if you suck at this."
She's like, this flows into the conversation perfectly. You're the one who cannot put A and B together and get C, my friend.
Right? Who's the IQ problem in this scenario? Your game sucks. Lamau told you have zero idea what game is. Have fun not getting picked up, you miserable wench. She is married and talking to her own husband in this thread. This is where I died.
And it's like, especially coming after the IQ comment, it's like you have missed so many balls. Like they're just flying left, right, over your shoulder, over your head, under your legs. Like
it's almost like he's playing. It's almost like he's playing tennis with Serena Williams. But you've got this situation where it's like, look at the suddenly 14 comments.
I know. I do want to know who the two likes are.
Oh, let's look. Probably him on another account.
Probably him.
Let's
and
look.
The dirty Celt.
73 tweets. Ads. The Cybertruck. Some schools are trying to get rid of snow days and replace them with distance learning. It's a crime against child. I agree with that. Snow days should be allowed. I agree with that one.
Good take.
Yeah.
Good take. I hate to say it.
But like almost all of this is retweeting ads.
Yeah.
For giveaways and stuff. Yeah.
Just nothing.
That's like a non-account than this one.
Honestly, I feel like I did go through and start blocking people who had liked his comments.
Critical Role stuff, promoted tweets. It doesn't seem like a whole ton of much.
Nah, he's a nobody. All right, that's fine. He is a father though, and that is scary. But that's beside the point.
Hopefully, he has no daughters.
There's hopefully not. Just like I gotta say something.
I mean, I just like your response is like so on point though. Reading comprehension and general awareness aren't your strong suit.
Oh, I mean, he was just missing so much.
Just that, like, why would she want to be picked up in bars or anywhere?
I genuinely. Also, who goes to bars to get picked? I mean, I'm sure some people do, but I would say like 98% of women don't necessarily want a drunk guy hitting on them at a bar and taking them home. Especially like women who are not in their late teens, early 20s.
Oh yeah, there's certainly like being in your 20s is a thing.
There's a time and place.
There's that's a thing. Being 20 exists. I don't think 20-year-olds should date.
I don't disagree with you.
Right?
I should not have been dating in my 20s.
No, 20-year-olds should just not date. Just don't. Like, it's just bad
I
time for
think-
everybody.
I
Because you
think
can't date
dating
anybody
should-
below 20, and you can't date anybody
Yeah.
above 20. Everything just gets questionable. And 20-year-olds all hate each other. So realistically,
Yeah.
none of you know what you're doing. So,
I think the dating should start at 25.
oh, there you go.
It's like a driver's license. You get a dating license.
I feel like you can see people and be in
Yes.
relationships, but like
Yeah.
dating and like serious dating beyond like we hang out together regularly and maybe have sex sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like you can date 1950s style where like you go out with a lot of people. Maybe you don't even kiss them. You get dinner, you like meet, you hang out.
You hold
I
hands, you
think-
make out at, you drive to make out point.
Yes, you go to the drive-in theater.
Ugh. Okay, so Laura responded with, "Yes, I will enjoy not being married to this hunk of a man."
Also, Jesse is like what 6'7" or something ridiculous
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
so tall. Like she's not
He's
even short.
huge. She's not short, and he makes her look tiny.
He makes her look like she's my height, and I am not 5 feet tall.
Yes.
So
correct.
I would be up to like my face would be like at her boob level in
Yeah.
this picture.
He's tall, and he's just ginormous.
Has he considered doing a cosplay of the Green Giant, like the Jolly Green Giant from like the pea commercials, like the bags of frozen
I don't
peas?
know, but if he hasn't, he should.
Right? Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be so good. I'll message him later. Be like, what? We'd like to propose something to you.
I have a proposition. You're trying way too hard to convince me
Convince him of what?
that she's not interested in game. Why would she
I
need to
guess.
convince him?
He's the one who's coming in uninvited and trying to convince people of things. She is just clapping back, as anyone would do.
I'm baffled by this. Like, it's such like a self-centered, like you matter. Like it's an inflation of like your self-importance and self-worth to a total stranger who you've just
really
decided to shit all over their opinion with no brain.
Yeah. It's so, and also not like he is the one coming in trying to thing.
Right?
Like of the two, which one of them is trying to prove something? It's
Right.
Laura. Laura's very secure and happy in her marriage. Laura's very secure and happy on her stance on game. Laura's not trying to prove anything.
Yeah, Laura has an opinion about what she likes, and this guy's like, no, you don't. Nuh-uh.
You're good content, you fragile man. I love Laura. Ugh, I love
I
her
mean,
so
considering I'm doing a video about this and you're here with me and we're having a good time, she is correct.
great content. Great content.
It's
Love
not
it.
it's not working. And I definitely hit your insecurities. Just look at you go.
Look at you go.
One like. Your good content. 51 likes.
I said Laura's people back her up as they fucking should.
Right? Why don't you reread that screenshot you took of the original tweet I sent and go back to your own tweets and realize you're arguing with yourself? So we just looked at that. Look, it's right here still.
You're arguing. Okay. Genuinely though, I need to understand the point he is trying to make because I don't. Like that to me reads like gibberish.
I think she's saying that I don't care and I'm not interested in game and I'm happily married, so I wouldn't want to get picked up anyway. And he's saying that she doesn't understand game to such a degree that she doesn't realize that it's already worked on her, but his like way of explaining that is so incomprehensible and so ass backwards that it makes
Is that
no...
what he's saying?
But he's also trying to say that because remember she said, "What are you negging here?" And he's like, "You don't
Yeah.
understand game." So the answer is no. Like the short answer to that is no, I wasn't negging here. You don't recognize what I'm talking about. But he's so out in
Wow.
left field to the conversation.
I hope this man never takes up writing because his ability to convey a point is very, very bad.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt here too. I think to be honest, I think he's only responding to the last tweet. Like, he's not thinking behind and he's not thinking ahead. This is what I like to call zero-dimensional thinking. He's just responding to make it seem like he's on top or winning the conversation, which is not how you win a conversation.
No, it's really not. Oh, God.
So she just said thumbs up. Okay.
Okay. And he keeps going!
My fault for trying to tell
that would have been a stopping point. That would have been a great stopping point for him.
Last word syndrome. Because he's projecting, right? He's doing the thing that he's saying she's doing. He's insecure about his point because she's secure in hers. And because he's insecure, he needs to convince other people that his way of doing things is right. So he's saying that she doesn't understand anything that, like, about game, and that she would like it and not even know that it was happening to her. And then is now and he's trying to flip the table and be like, well, you haven't disproved anything I've said, and the answer is because you haven't said anything.
Why is husband in quotes? Again, this is another thing where I'm like, genuinely, I'm gonna need someone to break this down for me because I don't understand.
He thinks she's lying because I bet you any money that when this guy goes flirting at bars, women tell him that they've got boyfriends or they have husbands, and they're lying to him because they don't want to deal with him. So she assumes. Did she
Photoshop a picture of herself and Jesse, the original tweeter? Is that what he thinks happened? Like, I'm confused.
He didn't read that far. I bet you he didn't. I bet you he didn't actually read what Jesse said or check to see who Jesse was, and only looked at her tweets.
Oh God! But it's the wild part is that this started with a tweet from her husband.
Yes,
like that. This is where this all began. Was Jesse saying something and saying, "Ask my wife Laura," basically.
Yeah.
And now him being like, oh, you're not really married.
And then Laura saying, yeah, I agree. This shit doesn't work on me and I don't like it. And this guy being like, no, but you do, though.
Why are men?
It's really hard when you think you have game but can't pull a woman to save your life. Gotta have compassion. You're just out here burning this man to the ground. Do we, though? No, we don't. Twitter doesn't even show me his responses anymore. Yep, still here. Everybody's just laughing at this man at this point. And he's just like, I'm still here to be clowned on.
Oh my God.
Where
to go? That's where it was. But, like, he had said that he was at work and he had a couple hours to kill at work, which also, like, I don't know what you do as a job, but the fact that you can just sit there and be on Twitter is, like, a little strange to me.
Some office jobs let you do stuff like that because you're, like, you got it on the side while you're doing whatever you're doing. Yeah, or sometimes if you're doing, like, some kind of construction work, you have to wait between things sometimes.
He said something about being on a shift. So I'm like, I'm really not sure. I cannot speculate about this man's occupation. It's really not relevant. But the fact that he is spending his entire shift just going after Laura is a little weird to me. That's all. That's all I have to say.
One more hour to go. Still think social skills geared towards women aren't important to your army of simps? I'm a woman. You're a woman.
Yes.
What does this have to do with picking up men?
Also, I'm friends with Laura. I'm not simping for Laura.
Yeah, listen, all good friends simp for each other.
I mean, to be fair, I do simp for Laura for sure, but that's not what's happening in this particular situation.
It's a healthy simp. It's not a toxic simp.
It's a healthy simp. It's a loving simp.
I noticed that you're also not white knighting for her at all. You're not coming into her defense. You're just sitting here laughing at this idiot.
Like, this man is wild.
Or do you want them right where they are giving you validation?
What?
Projection. He's jealous.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know the answer. It's okay. Your husband already confirmed it. It gets him off.
What the fuck? I don't understand. I genuinely am like. Also, he's now acknowledging that Jesse is her husband, but still putting it in quotes.
Right.
I wonder if he's just doing that to piss her off.
I think he's just being a dipshit.
Yeah. I honestly I wish we could have to review him. I want to know what was going through his head at all of these points of time.
Yo, doggo style, feel free to hit me up. I will let you come on and explain yourself.
I would also like to return for this conversation. I have questions.
And then like a bunch of people, like woman.
Yeah, there you are.
Hey, there's the stream we're on. But we've got like another update for Laura, because poor Laura, I guess, is constantly dealing with this stuff. And you sent this to me today, and this is as of yesterday, because this says it was posted 20 hours ago. However, this was at 6:38 a.m. my time from an iPhone. Ugh.
Also, just want to put this out there. This man created his Twitter this month.
This guy here?
Yes, this man created his Twitter this month.
35 tweets, November. Yeah, 1 follower.
Yep.
Let's see. Is the 35?
So this account has been active for maximum 18 days.
Yeah.
At most.
They're only followed by some nonsense about.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know.
Okay. And they don't even have any actual tweets. They only have tweets and replies.
Correct.
And so, yeah. For context.
Okay. Yeah.
So Laura had said, I can't believe this has to be said, but femme content creators do not have to pretend they aren't in relationships just to make lonely men more comfortable. Hey, isn't that thing? Wow. Funny how this relates to what this guy was saying is like, oh, do you want your simp army to still be doing this?
Well, it's like this idea from men that content creators who are women are only valuable or lucrative if they are somehow sexually attainable or sexually objectified. And they could have no other value.
Yeah. And it's just it's the disrespect that you are either this fantasy or you are relegated to whatever a man says. So you're either if you're single and you present yourself as single online, you are part of their fantasy about what you should be to them, or there's a man in your life and that guy will relegate to that man instead of to you.
Correct. That is, yeah. Mental hoops are being jumped through, but yes.
The gymnastics. Call the Olympics.
Really.
So she's just over here minding her own damn business.
Not all men.
Well, it's just Laura's screwed no matter which way she goes, right? She says she's not interested in people simping. She shouldn't have to hide that she's in a relationship. This shouldn't affect whether or not people enjoy the content. And then this guy's like, but you want your simp army. And this guy's like,
this is wild to me. This whole interaction, like I woke up this morning and I was checking Twitter and this actively made my mind explode and also melt simultaneously and implode all at the same time.
Smitty in the chat said, I'd still watch Chesh if she was ugly and married. Oh, thanks.
That's so nice.
Yeah, here's a link to the thread. Go have fun.
Yeah, I had to chime in as well.
Yeah, listen, don't harass this person who has only had an account for a month.
Yeah, no, we would hate that. That would be so terrible. Don't ever do that.
The entire market is about making lonely men feel like they're in some kind of relationship with the woman. Don't get
what market? What market? Like, I need to stop there because the entire market, she said content creators. She didn't say sex workers.
Yeah.
Which even sex workers, like, I have actually some friends who do sex work who their clients know that they are in relationships and they don't care. But, like, what market are you talking about? like, what entire market?
Female content creators clearly only do one thing.
Correct. Yes, of course. Oh, how could I forget? Right. Yes. We don't do anything but sell our sexuality and our bodies and our potential partnership. I forgot about that.
Being charitable, I would suspect this person means online streaming. The market is online streaming. So like with video.
I stream online with my fiance at the same time, playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know. You're trying to make lonely men feel like they're in a relationship with you. I don't know. Didn't you read the tweet?
I guess. I don't understand my own brand. It's okay.
Don't get butthurt just because you lose money when the same lonely... This isn't about money.
No.
This tweet isn't about money at all. This tweet is about, like the expectation that these lonely men have that they're forcing onto women content creators.
Who don't project that. Like women who do not tend to, like, or if they do, they just don't mention their partner, but who aren't out there being like, I'm available. And men are just assuming that that is like the status of things.
I would probably push back on that. If you have an audience, you have a relationship with your audience to some degree.
Sure.
There's there's a bad, toxic, underlying parasocial aspect that, and that's what Laura is talking about. She's talking about how this is an unreasonable expectation to have because you wouldn't have it for a male content creator. You only have it for a female content creator.
Correct. Yes.
Right. And I'm sure there are exceptions to that. This is I'm generalizing because I'm trying to make sense of what this nonsense.
Yeah. It's hard.
Lose money.
Also,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
You can finish. I was just saying that find out you're not exclusive. Do they mean exclusive with them? Like, where is this exclusivity coming in?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all because exclusive, if you're dating somebody and you're streaming, whether it's sex work or not, because you can still be in an exclusive relationship and still do sex work.
Yes, correct.
Because different sex work requires different amount. There are different levels of like, I should say a gradient. It's not really like an up or a down. It's a lateral. You could do like risque photos, you could do nudes, you could do like porn pictures, you could do like porn on with like toys, then you could do porn with another person. And so none of that initiates or requires a relationship with the person you're engaging with, let alone the audience.
Also, you can stream Dungeons and Dragons online and do none of those things and content creator. Like,
right. It's just this implication of like the quote unquote titty streamer.
Yes, it is.
There's something that I found. I had a conversation a long time ago, and it was with two older men. And they were talking. The conversation, I feel like there's one or two other people that were part of the conversation because I think it was like a big panel. But it came down to a conversation about women being able to have an easy time making money on Twitch. And they were both like, well, if I was a girl and had tits, I would just put my I would just let my boobs out there and I'd just have tons of money. And I was like, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. Please also pump the brakes.
There are also so many women who try to Twitch stream who like just cannot get the momentum. Like, also, if you want to whip out your titties, like, get that bag, babe. I support you.
They were saying it was unfair.
You know what else is unfair? Systemic inequity and sexism in the world we live in. Let's even the playing field a little bit.
If there's the thing is like, so you're telling me that the open and free market, if you have specific assets, is going to cater towards you in certain industries? That's just the economy that you just described.
Yep. Also, there are plenty of guys who have like made a brand on being simped after, like fucking One Direction and like, you know, like boy bands just generally.
Elon Musk.
Yes. Yeah. It's not just women who do this. If you can, I mean, again, this is like assuming now that someone is doing this and this is like what they're intending to do, but like there's nothing wrong with that if that's the way that you decide to build your brand and like build your following and build your audience.
Yeah.
But also not every woman who streams does that.
Right. And not every woman who streams can.
Correct.
But there's this concept that like women can just show their tits and make money is absolutely absurd. That is just not the case.
Correct.
Even if you are to do that, and like that's the decision that you want to go with, which you're more than free to do, there's no problems with that, provided you're doing it on the appropriate sites, because there are places for it and places not for it. But you have to maintain your body, which includes exercise, diet, specific exercise and dieting, depending on your body type and depending on what look you're going for, because there are different body types and different fetishes and different things that people are into. Then you've got a whole nother thing of you have to Photoshop. If you're using Photoshop, you got to do touch-ups. You got to do, you don't just take a photo. It's not that simple.
Sex work is a lot of fucking work, and it's like a whole industry for a reason.
Right.
And women who do it do not less hard than someone who goes to a 9-to-5 and harkening back to that other tweet has time to spend the whole day on Twitter.
Yep.
Like, it's actually probably more work than whatever the fuck that guy is doing, that he has the availability to just troll people on the internet for 6 hours.
Tell you what, you go and try to have a bath for 2 hours a day in rose petals and you see how you like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to lather up your entire body with cream twice a day? That is a lot of work that I am not willing to do.
Also, not to mention the mental toll that it takes of having to deal with shitty men.
You mean like
all of the time? Yeah, exactly. Like this person.
Don't get butthurt because you lose money when the same lonely men find out you're not exclusive. You were never exclusive to them anyway, because assuming you're losing money implies that there was more than one lonely man, so therefore you wouldn't have been exclusive in the first place.
Yeah.
Hating those that make your career possible is pretty dumb. That's not Laura's audience.
No. Also, Laura's audience and most of her friends, I mean, I'm sure Laura also has friends that do sex work, but like she's in the TTRPG space.
Right.
Like when she's talking about content creation, she is talking about TTRPG content creation and cosplay. Like that is where she works.
That's her brand. That's her brand, yeah.
Yeah. So to assume that she is not talking about TTRPGs and cosplay is real fucking weird. Just off the jump.
I think it's fair because she also made it vague. She did make it like female content creators, which is a huge, like it could be knitting, it can be art, it could be cosplay, it could be TTRPGs, it could be gaming, it could be sex work, it could be construction, it could be anybody, it could be yard work, because surprise, women can do all these jobs. It could be bird watching, you don't know, it could be science. Like, it could be science communication. Like, it could be anything. And so, like, to then assume that all of female content creation includes trying to, like, rip off lonely men and take it...
Wild.
You're clearly by just... Listen, Katie, by existing on this stream with me, you are manipulating lonely men. They have no self-control. They have no...
Simp for me.
Right, but clearly men have no self-control, have no sense of self, they have no autonomy whatsoever. They are to the whims of the harlot on the internet.
Okay, also not even to mention the wealth gap that does exist between men and women because of stuff like maternity leave and not being able to come back into the workforce if you have kids. If anything, it's just closing that gap.
Period.
If people are doing this. Which not every content creator is, but if they are, still to kind of close that wealth gap that already exists.
Women can't have anything, all right? They can't have anything. So if they even get a slight advantage on anything because they have boobies, the men gotta flip out. Did you ever see that one clip of there's a guy, he's doing a stream and he's like, I will represent all men, and he's like walking back and forth and he's hyping himself up. He's like, I will not look at a single boob this entire stream. And he's got like the eye tracker on and he's like, I will not do it. I will represent all men. And he sits down and there's a picture of a girl and it's not like terribly like risque or anything.
Yeah.
And then you see the eyes go right into the boobs and he's just like, fuck.
funny.
It's instantaneous.
That's so.
So Laura responds because of course she does, right? Do you even know what career I'm talking about here? Fair question, because the answer is they shouldn't, because Laura did not specify.
Correct.
I'm referring to my friend who makes D&D content. Some of which features her husband. You're the one who sounds dumb. Just because a woman has an internet-related job does not mean they are trying to trick men. Inkboy for 2. Right on cue. I was manipulated to super chat. Damn you, Chesh.
Oh my god.
But she's also wildly successful without following your stupid business model. So I hope she keeps doing what she's doing. Motherfucker giving advice about how to get followers when he only has one. The clapback.
I love Laura. Laura's the best.
I enjoy that, like, over here, right? We've got her responding to this guy, which he's like aiming for. He's put himself out there and his dumb idea out there, and then he's mad that other people are responding to him because she clapped back, right? Yeah. Same thing over here. I never said women can't be successful without being sexual. That's not what the conversation was, though. Nobody said anything about success.
No. Also, I think he commented on the first response as well. I'm not sure if you click into that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No, I didn't know. It seemed like you were talking about hot tub Twitch streamers from the context you gave.
What? Why?
What? I forgot that existed.
Honestly. But also, why would she didn't that says more about him than it does about her. TBH.
Yeah, that does. Yeah. I think we know what their browser history looks like.
Yes, we do.
Maybe be time,
of course.
If you don't want to have a misunderstanding, be more specific about what you're talking about. There's not an issue of misunderstanding here.
No.
There's an issue of she made a general statement, which is, not even I wouldn't even call that a hot take. I'd call that like a pretty normal.
Yep.
And then this guy just like comes in out
of fucking. Oh god.
Because it doesn't matter what she's talking, like what specific one she's referring to. She's being general on purpose. And then you're making the assumption without realizing it's a general.
Well, that tells me a lot about the content that he consumes, but it's fine.
Right. I mean, listen, you're allowed to like what you like. It's fine. It's not a crime.
Yeah, that's fine. But
you know what happens when you assume?
You make an ass out of you and me.
So you heard femme content creators, and it concluded all that is out there is hot tub Twitch streamers. You realize there's a lot more than that. I don't think I need to be specific if you're going to come up here projecting some weird beef you have with a small group. Femme doesn't mean sexualized content, silly. It's a term that includes feminine presenting non-binary content creators.
Yep.
When coupled with defining... Oh, here he goes, right? When coupled with defining the male fans as lonely men, it implies only fan-style content. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
That's the problem.
No, it doesn't.
That's actually part of the problem. That it doesn't.
Oh, my God.
Or do you think any man that watches femme content is a lonely loser? Seems like man-hating, but Jeep defending it, I guess. Keep.
Jeep.
That's not... First off, she's not defending anything at this point.
No.
She's clarifying and saying that you're a crazy person.
She's saying, please stay in your lane.
Right. But, like... No, lonely. She already said exactly what she meant when she meant lonely men, pretending they aren't in relationships just to make lonely men more comfortable. Because lonely men are the ones that lose their shit when they... She's talking about men who lose their shit when they find out that the streamer they watch has a life.
Yes.
That's
correct.
That's who she's talking about. She's not talking about every lonely man. She's not saying that all men are lonely. She's not saying that every man who watches a stream is anything at all. She's saying the people who flip out when they find out their favorite female streamer has a life outside of their viewing are crazy and need to stop dealing with them.
This person has projected so much onto a very vague statement.
Mm-hmm.
Assumptions about what content creators are, assumptions about what she means when she says lonely men, and also taking it pretty fucking personally, I would say, right? And assuming that he is one of those quote unquote lonely men.
I'm assuming he's one of those quote unquote lonely men.
I mean, same at this point. At this point, yes.
That's the take I'm getting.
All right, let's see.
So there's, I never said women can't be successful because she said, oh, also the person I'm talking about is very successful. I never said women can't be successful without being sexual. Yeah, neither did anybody else. I don't know why this is coming up. Your tweet heavily implies it was about the hot tub streamers. No, it didn't. Instead of getting annoyed at me, maybe express your opinion more accurately. No.
No, she expressed it perfectly. When I read that tweet, I understood exactly what Laura meant. Yeah. There was no confusion, no ambiguity, nothing. And also, if she did mean hot tub streamers, the point still fucking stands.
Yeah, it stands.
Yeah, the point still fucking stands.
Yep. I know, I agree with you wholeheartedly. This person is just like tap dancing. They're just moving the goalposts because they're just not happy that they're the lonely man.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this is like a theme I see with all of these men is they constantly move the goalposts because they keep getting shown that they are wrong. And instead of just being like, you're right, I fucked up, they're like, well, let me see how I can still be right. Like,
right.
How can I still be right?
It's that fragile ego. The big small.
Oh, my man. Like,
Yep.
Small dick energy, as they say.
You're giving off some pretty simpy energy over here, Daniel.
Daniel with your one follower.
Where does it imply that? Show me in the tweet. Where you said the fans were lonely men seeking connection. Are you thick or something?
Oh, God.
Are you thick? Those are the ones getting upset when content creators mention having a partner. Right. She's not talking about all lonely men. She's not talking about all men who watch Twitch streams or whatever streams are being lonely. This guy does not know how to read.
No, he really fucking doesn't. It is wild.
I feel like anybody who scores... So in Canada, we have an aptitude test that shows up in about grade 10, sometimes grade 11, depending on your age. And it's a literacy test. And it is a pass or a fail grade. You don't get like an actual... They don't tell you what your actual grade is. You either get a pass or you get a fail. You shouldn't be allowed on these sites if you got a failing grade.
No, you really shouldn't.
The literacy test is about reading comprehension.
Yes, I fully agree with you. We don't have that in the US, and we should.
You may, yeah. We can send. You can just take ours if you want. We're friendly neighbors. You can just. You want the test? You can have it.
I'll take the test.
I'd probably fail it now.
Oh my God. No, you wouldn't. You're just baseline level of reading comprehension throughout these tweets. I think you'd be okay.
Oh, thanks. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Will you just start taking tweets and putting them into the literacy test of the aptitude? What does this say? Write me an essay.
That would be so funny. Holy shit, that'd be so funny.
So you hate any man, not women, just men, that get upset when content creators use their looks to gain popularity, then reveal they lied about their relationship status? Just to be clear, that sounds like you just hate men.
No one lied about first of all, no one lied about the gymnastics are gymnasticking so hard.
I need to get like cards here. Hold on. I got one. I got one right here. Hold up. Let me just get rid of these real quick. Let me grab a pencil. We're gonna give this guy. This guy gets a 2 out of 10 from me.
2 out of 10?
2 out of 10.
I'd go lower.
I'm giving him a 2 because that's like some grasping, and I'm a little bit impressed with like the bend reach he's able to do. I was concerned he's going to dislocate his shoulder.
He's very flexible. I will give him that. I'll give him a point for flexibility.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Do you wanna take this one first?
Oh my God. Also, I just want to say there are other threads that this branches off into. We're just in one right now. There
Yep.
are more because there's the one that I commented on, which is not even the one that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Jason, who is Jason?
Oh, Jason is afterwards. Sorry, we're right here.
Okay, we're right here. Okay. Are you thick? So you hate men, not women, just men. Then get upset when content creators use their looks, popularity, and then reveal they lied about their relationship status. Just to be clear, sounds like you just hate men.
So I'd like to ask the audience, where did Laura say this? Any of that?
Can someone circle in Sharpie where Laura said she hates men?
Please show me on the noodle doll where you...
Yeah. Oh my God. It's just like, this person is, you know what? I think that this person has followed a content creator who they thought were really hot and then found out they were in a relationship and they are burned and they are taking that frustration out on something tangentially related to their experience, I guess. Like, this feels so personal to me.
This is the emotional maturity of a 12-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I know 12-year-olds with a lot more emotional maturity. I was going to go with like 3 to 4. Like, you know, that toddler tantrum era.
Yep. Huh. So this is what we call a straw man fallacy.
Yes.
So if anybody is unfamiliar, it's when you build up a version of somebody's argumentation to present it so you can beat it up because you're too weak to deal with their actual argument.
Yeah, exactly. Projection. Much projection.
I feel like you can just wipe off this entire tweet because it literally we're back to the you like apples, so you hate oranges.
Yeah. I just, oh my God.
I will point out, I'll go out of the limb here. I don't like men who go into chats getting a parasocial relationship with somebody and then shit and dunk on that person because they got their feelings hurt for something that never fucking existed.
I will agree with that.
I don't like men who do that. I don't like women who do that. I haven't experienced women who've done that.
That's also true.
But I don't suspect I would like it.
How about that? People who do it suck.
Yeah.
They are shitty people.
Yep.
Done. Easy.
Yeah, there you go. Grow up.
Jesus
People have lives.
Be an adult. Also, I really do think that people don't see content creation as a real job. But like, that's what it is. It's someone's source of income.
Yep.
And they are doing work every day. And if you project your feelings about the work that they are doing, that sounds like a you problem. Like, that is the definition of a you problem.
It really is. This is definitely a Daniel problem.
The only way that this guy would be if there was a content creator who was like, I'm looking for my next sexual partner. Let's have a battle royale to find out which one of you is gonna get that spot. And then it turns out that the battle royale was never real and they have a husband and they were just lying for views. That is like the only instance I can think of, which is never gonna fucking happen.
I would almost be like,
valid.
I feel like I would almost applaud that one individual who pulled that off. I'd be like, should you have done it? Is that morally questionable? Yes, but did you
but
fucking
also,
manage?
I love you.
Like, also, damn.
But also, lots of respect. Respect the hustle. You're doing great work. Keep it up, sweetie.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the number of people that are like tweeting at Elon Musk asking them to hire him, like to get hired by him because Twitter's lost so many? Like, it's that to me. Like, that's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
like,
so
baby's
bizarre.
not going to notice you.
Notice me, senpai.
Oh my God.
April in the chat said that would be a great show next on Fox.
It would be a great show. If I was not in a relationship, I would consider making that show.
Now, if I remember correctly, you had responded to this person.
Yeah, so let me go into where the thread was. So he responded to where she said, also, no one said anything about hating them. You're just adding that in. Women just don't need to pretend. I don't know where that is. Okay, so she posted
Oh,
3
here.
tweets after his first comment. Yeah.
And no one said anything about hating them. You're adding women. You're adding in that women just don't need to pretend to be available just so they don't hurt people's feelings. Yeah, that's and women do that in real life too because they feel threatened a lot of the time. But and that's not justifying it. It may be right in some circumstances, may be wrong in other circumstances because I don't know every circumstance. But a lot of women will lie about being in a relationship because a guy in a bar won't leave her alone. Right. Or she doesn't know how that man's
thing.
Right. But they're also not like taking money from this guy. They're also like they're just not interested and are looking for a safe way out because they don't know you.
Yep.
You clearly have no issue with men /
sarcastic.
You clearly have no issues with men. I don't see her having an issue with men in the general.
Also, Dan clearly has some strong feelings about women that I do not think are kosher, but that's that's another topic.
Women whose platform was built on tricking lonely men into giving them money do need to do that. It's the business model. How does your original tweet have anything to do with D&D streaming, you weirdo? Because women stream D&D.
Yes, also
right there.
Also, creepy men and lonely men show up everywhere women are, not just places where they're selling their body.
This is true.
Like, I was someone who worked in corporate America, creepy men show up. And I wasn't even, like, selling myself as a product.
Right, like, go work in retail.
Right.
I worked at EB Games. I had a guy try to pick me up with a car. Like, I have this super hot car. In Gran Turismo. It wasn't even a real car.
I need an adult. What the fuck?
It was a Camaro, by the way. I remember what car it was. That's how much this interaction stands out in my brain. I will never forget, I feel like.
Help me, please.
I want an example. I want this person to provide sources. So we're gonna give him the lovely citation needed.
Oh my god.
I also want to know what education this person has to make them an expert on business models, particularly of this variety.
Yes, I would as well.
What experience or education do you have in a relevant field?
Probably none. If I was a betting woman and I had to put money on this, I'd put a whole lot on none.
Mr. Serious in the chat said, I got a cool mount in Final Fantasy 14.
Yo, that's real though. When I was playing Final Fantasy, my friends used to pick me up in mounts and I'd ride around on like their little like flying carpet. It was great. 10 out of 10.
I've struggled with getting into MMOs, but I've tried Final Fantasy 14. I tried Terra. Terra was okay. I never liked WoW. But League of Legends, right? League of Legends has an MMO coming out. And so that's not coming out until next year. So I'm going to try it. I'm definitely going to try it and check it out and see if I can finally get into an MMO. Because maybe if I start at the beginning when not everybody is already way ahead and then everybody just runs ahead of me. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. Why do I care?
What I like about WoW is I have a lot of friends who play WoW, so it's super social.
Yeah.
And that I really enjoy, and we'll like push high level content together as a group and like goof and have fun. And like I really like that. But
yeah. I think I would enjoy that, but I always think I've joined too late.
You've never joined too late. We just had our friend just join literally like a month ago, and they're now starting to do some like low level mythic shit with us.
Are you enjoying Dragonflight so far?
It is pre-patch, so I'm enjoying We've not. It's gonna drop while I'm in Ireland, which is very sad. But I'll be back the next day, so I'll be able to sort of like just catch up. Maybe I'll miss like the servers being down because that's always what happens when an expansion gets released.
Right. You get to skip the chunky stuff. How do you feel about the dragon designs, like the dragon people designs, like visual?
I think that the like human forms are super fucking hot, which is a little bit upsetting to me because I don't normally find video game characters attractive, but I'm like,
No.
damn, these drag there can get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a range. I'm more of like a melee, twitchy, like need to press buttons kind of player. So I've been playing the evoker class a little bit, and I'm like, this is super cool. It's just not my play style.
Right.
But I think they're very pretty.
I tweeted the other day, I said the most progressive thing we've done in video games this year is that the dragon people don't have tits. Like the girl dragon people don't have boobies. And I'm like, oh.
I think I really enjoy the fact that they like give very edgy sort of like bisexual energy. Like they have like purple eyes and like hair that goes from like red
it's
to
the
green
tiefling, right? It's the tiefling look.
And the bisexual in me is just like, this is nice. I like this.
Hell yeah. All right, we got let's go back to this real quick because you answered this. So they said, you clearly have no issues with men. Women whose platforms are built on tricking lonely men into giving them money do need to do that. It's a business model. How does your original tweet have anything to do with D&D streaming, you weirdo? And you said,
in what world is, I mean, I've said this, what world is femme content creator equal woman preying on lonely men? So you think the only value women have to offer, the only value a woman has to offer, I can't even read my own tweet, editor, is the potential to sleep with her fans. Holy shit. Sit down, sweetie, your misogyny is showing. Like, that's wild. That's such a wild jump to make.
I find it, there's a level of just absolute, like, jumping the shark.
Yes.
That, I mean, yeah, femme content creators equal women preying on lonely men. Because there are women who do that. There are people who prey on other people. That's a thing that exists. But if you're going to paint every female content creator like that, then you're going to be in trouble. It's the same problem as you can't treat every man like he's a predator.
Right.
That's not fair, and it's not accurate.
Correct. Exactly. So wild. Also, if you click into what he said, there is more. Unfortunately. Let's see. Who did he? I think Laura did Laura comment? Someone commented and he responded. Maybe? Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah.
Ha ha ha, you are funny. I clearly have issues with men now. Well, yeah, I mean, this random account told you did, so now you must. Clearly, unless you think calling... Oh, no, Manya. It's from the chat. This is just now. Right there. Sneaking in there. Oh, no. Clearly, you just think calling male fans of this friend of yours lonely. Well, no, that's not what she said. Weird that you think it's normal to attack lonely men for wanting social connection with women. Not what she did.
Oh my god.
Sounds like you're covering resentment you hold and hate you can't admit.
Yes. That's it. That's all I have to say.
This is a compounding of problem of this guy has something in his head and it's coloring his perception. So he's got what we call a bias.
Yep. Also, bad reading comprehension.
Yes. Manya swings in with the, oh, you big mad that she called those men who demand women not mention their relationships lonely. Is that all you got? Oh my fucking god.
You're not wrong.
Clearly, men will never recover from being called lonely when they behave like they're lonely.
This is a lonely man who is butthurt, who thinks that women owe him something. Like, that is
right.
And I could be wrong, but that is all I am reading from this interaction.
Right. This guy got his fifis hurt because somebody didn't want to sleep with him and was already in a relationship, and he probably donated money to them, being like, well, I gave you money and I'm a nice guy, therefore you should have sex with me.
I'm gonna throw up.
That's what this is though, right?
Yes, it is. No, you're so right.
I'm the nice guy. Why don't women want good guys always finish? Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Why do good guys always finish?
Oh my god. He's gonna think you're agreeing with him.
That's okay.
I like the tantrum. The tantrum is really
this one.
good.
Oh, this one?
No, that one.
Boo.
Boo's also very good. But the tantrum, I feel like, is an accurate representation. So is the shower crying. God, these are all
The mushroom
good.
crying penis. That's a crying small penis. I'm also gonna be a nice guy here, and I'm just gonna real quick add a link to this stream.
Oh
I woke up today and I chose violence.
I love it. I support it. This is incredible.
All right. We are at the end, though. We have been live for about an hour and a half, and I know you have a trip that you gotta go get ready for. That went by fast, though, right?
This is so fun. And is there anything else attached to this that we need to look at? I think there might be one more comment.
Yeah. Oh, probably. Yep. Now that I scroll all... no, that's me.
That's you. There it is. Oh, yeah.
Go projecting on me. She got it. She nailed this, man. If you want people to think you aren't hateful, maybe don't define people that watch your friends' content as lonely losers when, well, nobody said losers, when they feel lied to by the content creator. You just sound entitled and like a jerk, but whatever. I mean, that's the projecting.
That's projecting. Clicking one more time.
One more.
Just one more time.
So Manya said, she nowhere said that she is hateful towards men. You're trying to gaslight everyone. Isn't working. Stop straw manning. She was talking about her friend's experience, and you had to make it about men and had to make assumptions. Newsflash again. Not everyone is about everything is about you or men.
Oh, I love you. You're great.
No, if people like you think I'm hateful and a jerk, I'm fine with it.
God, Laura's such a fucking hoe. I love Laura. Everyone go follow Laura right the fuck now.
Yeah, I'll hold on, I'll throw her thing in the chat. I think I've put it down before, but hey, yeah, there. Do it up. People like me laughing. You know me well, do you? We know way more about you than we want to.
Wait, he's using straw man argument for her.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh.
And it's not a straw man that she's making. So he's also using the word straw man wrong, by the way.
Incorrectly, yes.
Incorrectly. Yeah. The big brain, high IQ.
I do like the idea of Laura making a little straw man of this person that she just kind of like has on her desk as like
it's a voodoo doll now.
It's a voodoo doll, yeah.
Or have you made up a straw man of me? That's not what a straw man is in your head that you are now assuming things about. I literally get Twitter today as a laugh to see what freaks are on here. Wasn't disappointed.
Get the
this is like I've lost the argument. I'm making no sense. Other people are also showing that I'm wrong, so I'm gonna run to, well, I only came here to make fun of crazy people. I'm winning.
It's me. I've won. I am the smart one.
This is like one of those situations where it's like, okay, so what he's describing isn't a straw man. What he's describing is you're making a version of me in your head that isn't accurate. That's not what a straw man is. That's just a misconception or an imagination. Interestingly
enough, it's a misconception.
Sure, yeah. No, I think that Laura's got this guy pegged, and I think all of us now know way more about this person than we ever could have wanted.
Yes, I think that's
including
correct.
Their sexual preferences of bathtub streaming. However, there's this thing that's happening here that it is projection, but the way this is described is that, oh, have you made up a straw man of me in your head that you're now assuming things about? Bro, that's what you've been doing the whole time. That's you.
Oh, look, it's a mirror.
Right? Says the man making all kinds of assumptions this morning. You project so much. It wasn't an assumption to think you talking about lonely male friends of fem creators is referring to sexualized content. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Did you learn the word projection today or something? No, she's using it correctly. Did you just learn straw man today? Because you didn't learn it right.
I hope he clicks the link and comes into the stream. That would make me so...
Cones off, really repetitive and sad. Conehead?
Cones off, everyone. I was like, I'm tracking a traffic code and just popping it off my head.
Maybe you'd get on well with sad, lonely men after all. She's married.
God. The fact that he keeps going is just insane.
I like how nobody is on this guy's side. Oh, hey, there's you again.
Yep.
Come to the rescue, Sir Knight. I'm sure they'll sleep with you soon. But that's the thing he's wanting.
Yes.
She's the one who said she didn't want that.
Also, all he said was more than can be explained via Twitter thread.
Right.
Like, not like he came in. Lady,
what's
that's
wrong with
you?
Okay, no, he really doesn't think the only value women have to offer is sex. I was kind of joking at first, but damn, not the take you think it is.
Bro!
Boy, you projecting and crying so hard, there's a tsunami warning in Ohio!
Oh my god!
Coming from a guy who looks like Discount Shaggy. Well, let's take a look. Does he look like Discount Shaggy?
I love Discount Shaggy. Honestly, it's like a homie.
A little bit, hair's a little too long. There's a little
Still
too
a
long.
homie, though.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, hell yeah. But I'm just mean for like...
Also, I love the background.
Yeah, caduceus.
So
I'm
good.
a fan.
I'm a fan.
Discount Shaggy from the account that's not really using a picture of themselves that has looks like probably has a Hitler stash.
Yep.
Okay.
Honestly, oh god,
Mm-hmm.
you're not wrong.
Yeah. And thinks using psychedelics makes you smarter. Where did anybody say that?
I mean, maybe click on his page. Maybe
Yeah,
he says something about like tripping.
Only difference between science and screwing around is writing it down.
Okay. I don't see anything about psychedelics.
This is all the
maybe he's
stuff.
Just projecting.
This is all the.
I think he's projecting.
You have long hair, therefore you're a hippie.
Yeah.
Therefore you think this about psychedelics.
Oh my god, is this man like 75? Are we arguing with a grandpa? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. Newsflash, it doesn't. I'm sure. Oh. Citation needed. Because I don't think this. If you're gonna make that kind of claim, I may not disagree with you, but if you're gonna make the claim, you're gonna have to back it up. I am crying with laughter at all the white knighting for this cosplayer whose fame definitely has nothing to do with dressing up half naked.
She doesn't just dress up half naked.
Let's look at
you
Laura's.
Look at some of
let's
Laura's
look
stuff?
at let's look at Laura's stuff.
Okay, a little skin, but nothing crazy.
Definitely not half naked either.
Nope. Also, barely any cleavage.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a
go to media. Let's see what we. Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm sorry. Yes, this is the sexual content that people.
This is what I'm here for. I don't know what you mean.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god. Yep, for sure.
I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit so you can see it a little better.
Yeah, no, definitely the sexual content that men are following Laura for. Hundo P.
Right?
It's that stash, though.
Half naked.
Where's he?
I can see her face.
And some hands, I will say. Those knuckles, though, they're
rocking.
They're showing.
Is that Freddie Mercury? half
also,
naked. You know who's the person half naked in this photo? Her husband.
Also, she looks beautiful in this and is showing almost no skin.
Yes. Like, fabulous. Fabulous picture.
I genuinely...
So yeah, brief look at her content definitely is being followed by people who are thirsting after her titties.
Yeah, no, that's for sure what's happening here. If you click into media, you can probably see a couple other.
I'm in media.
Oh, you're in media. Okay.
Yeah, it's just gonna take a second because GIFs count.
Oh yeah, because GIFs count.
Hey Elon,
really
you're gonna fix something? Can we please make like an actual photos tab?
Yeah, almost. Oh, they did a really good Tarzan one recently. That's cute. That's her when she was little.
Yeah.
Oh my
Birds.
God.
Yeah, clearly we're here for the sexual content and all the naked. Where is it?
That's a cute little Gree. Okay. All right. I can see her face.
I mean, this is the kind of porn I'm here for.
Honestly, I am a little wet right now, not gonna lie. From the charcuterie, just charcuterie.
There's the one of the definitely half naked
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yep. That's that. Yep. We're back in reply guy. Sure.
Oh, look,
I
damn.
also have seen barely. Ooh, a couch. Very
Implying
nice.
sex.
Yes. Oh yeah. Obviously.
Look at all this sexual content. This must be why people are following her. Look
It's
at these
also funny
picture of dice.
Because there's barely any photos of her even at all in her media.
At least on
let
her Twitter.
alone of her half naked.
Oh, look, there's the both of them in a hot tub.
Super cute. Can't even see any cleavage.
Yep. Well, yeah, a little bit. Maybe if you zoom in.
Just if you zoom and crop and
there's
like
more
hands
cleavage
and hands
on
and
him.
hands. Yeah, it really is.
This is the half naked content they're coming for. They're not coming for her. They're coming for him.
Yeah.
To her thing, right? Yeah.
Genuinely, I think that is true though. People thirst after Jessie like crazy. That's yep.
Do you
Same
blame
picture.
them though?
No.
I did love these. They dressed
these
up
are
like
really
this for
good.
Halloween.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
It's so
also not
good.
half naked.
Also not half naked. Where's I came here for half naked thirst content. Where's my half naked thirst content?
For Laura's titties, and I have gotten 0 titties. Even there, there's no titties. Honestly, this has just become a jar appreciation stream, and everyone should go follow them because their content is A tier.
Oh, they are fantastic. 10 out of 10. Definitely go follow their stuff. I'm loving all the dice pictures. Like,
Dice
like
if
you like dice.
She did like was it for October where it was like 30 days of dice where it was like different color dice every day? Yep, there we go. There's more dice.
There's 17.
More dice. Lots of dice.
Is this ski free? Yeah, getting eaten by the ski free Yeti. Uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh. I am now demonetized.
That's so funny. More dice.
More
dice.
Look at all the thirst content, guys.
I'm like genuinely worried we're gonna be scrolling for several hours before we actually find a picture of Laura half naked.
There's a great photo of
so
the Grog cosplay.
It really is.
Like, oh wow!
Oh look!
Look
how cute they are.
Have you noticed that a lot of the pictures are of her and her husband?
Yep. Also, it's an adorable fucking picture.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Finally,
go.
some titties.
That's still not half naked. That's only one loopy right here. It's still not even 50%.
And also, if you're gonna do percentage breakdown of her content, I think we're at like 0.01 based on everything we've scrolled through.
Yeah. Well, so we're gonna go ahead and just go to X to doubt, dude. You are absolutely 100% wrong. Her content and her following has almost nothing to do with lonely men thirsting after her. Almost none. I'm sure there's a couple. But they're probably the couple who don't care that she's married.
Yes, correct.
I personally keep my private life mostly to myself. And that's not because I'm hiding anything from anybody. It's certainly just because I keep my private life and my online life a degree separated because I work here. I don't cross those streams too much. Otherwise it's stresses me out. It's just a me thing where it's like, oh, suddenly my whole life is online and that's not good for my personal well-being. So if I'm at the bar, my phone doesn't have a chip in it. So I can take my phone with me and not get notifications from Twitter or YouTube or anything.
Really nice.
So I just go, and that is, I go away from the house, and that is away from my work, and I can just be free for a little while.
Yes.
Chesh, are you married? It's totally my business, right? Like,
Oh dear God.
Oh yeah, I forgot I need to draw Twink Jesus. Guys, don't let me forget that I'm supposed to draw Twink Jesus on an art stream coming up.
I have so many questions, but honestly, I don't think I want them answered right now.
That's fair. That's fair.
We'll find out later.
Come on, it's Twink Jesus and his 12 disciples.
Jesus, it's 12 disciples, Jesus Christ. That's really funny. Twink Jesus and his 12 simps, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The lonely men that are simping after him.
Jesus and his 12 lonely men.
All right, let's get on out of here. This was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for coming. Definitely come again someday. One of the days
love to come back.
We'll get you and we'll get Moni here at the same time because Moni's on her thing, but yeah, getting the three of you would also be fun. So yeah, we'll
happy to come back whenever.
Yeah, and thanks for having me allowing me to DM because I know that was like a risky thing, right? Because you don't know me. You don't know anything about me or what I do or what I'm about. And it was just, we happened to bounce off each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we should do this. And I'm like, I'll do it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
And it was just like great. A boom, hey, let's go. And like, but that's a risky thing. Like, you don't know people on the internet.
I definitely did like look at sort of like who was following you to see if there was like someone who could like vet just like that you weren't a complete rando. But then you also have a YouTube, so I could like go to that and sort of be like, all right, seems like a person who is competent enough to allow them to DM.
Did you have fun?
I had such a blast. It was so fun. And the setting was so cool. Did you ever release that module? Because
no, I haven't released it yet. I've still got the notes taken, but I haven't released it yet.
Let me know when you do, because it was really great. And that twist at the end was just lovely and fun and silly. And I'm looking forward to doing more. I know we're doing like sort of seasonal one-shots with that same group. So I'm looking forward to having you back again.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. The links to that are in the description down below. You can also find Amateurish Podcast Ishes in brackets if you're looking on YouTube for them, and you can go and check out the VODs. Those are available. I might add them to the description as well, now that I think about it, if I remember. Cool. So I will try to remember. But if not, you can also just go follow her socials, and you'll be able to find stuff from there. Again, down below also. It's right there. You can see it on the screen. Thank you so much for coming. Greatly appreciated. I had a grand old time, and I hope
a fucking blast.
Good. I'm glad.
I love talking about shit. It makes me so happy.
Glorious. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. Like and subscribe and share. Please do me the favor of sharing. That would be lovely and very, very helpful. Thank you so much everybody for coming, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Welcome back to Dumb Fekk Friday.
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 Dumb Fekk Friday.